So today I'm going to share with you on if and how much free equity you should give to your board members. Let's get to it. So hey, if you don't know me yet, my name is Moran Pober. I'm here to help you buy your dream business or few of them, and here to share my journey in the last few years in that space of buying businesses. I'm also the founder and owner of acquisitions.com. So one of the biggest questions I'm getting from people is, how much equity should I give to board members? Do I even need the board members? So to start that question and answer that, I would say you don't need a board member, a board team if you don't want, a dream team, a board if you don't want. If you believe in yourself and you have enough certainty that you can approach business owners, financial institutions, lawyers and accountants, if and when the time is right. And trust me, I've been doing it myself, and I have clients who've been doing that without any board. You don't need, if you know how to position yourself, you know how to talk to them. But let's say that you want to have a board, which is all good, right? There's nothing wrong with having some authority behind you, to have a professional or someone with experience on your website to show some credibility. You just need to remember, he's not going to do the work for you. You need to do the work, you need to take responsibility, while having him as another extra layer of credibility and authority to your brand. And then you probably want to get access to your board and ask them questions, and at least stay in some kind of weekly touch or a monthly touch where you're taking action, and on a monthly basis you're sending updates and getting feedback from them. Now, in order to get that feedback from your board, you most likely need to give them something. You can either pay them for their time, or you can give them equity. Now, if and what is going to be acceptable for them, you'll need to approach them and figure out, right? For everyone, it's going to be different. If they're retired and have nothing to do, it's going to be different than someone who's currently actively looking for deals. For example, for me personally, with many people who approach me to be on their board, I don't accept any board positions unless it's from my clients, because trust me, there's much more than like 1 hour a month that I need to help you with if you don't know anything about business acquisitions and you didn't do any deals in the past. There's just too much to teach you in order for you to be worth for me. Even if you give me 50% of the deal, it doesn't matter. If you need me too much to teach you, it's just not worth it. So that's how you need to understand if it's you approaching me or anyone out there to be on your board. And that's why, in terms of how much free equity to give to your board members, it really depends on who you're bringing and what you're willing to negotiate and explore. I saw anywhere from 0.1% to 50 to 70% of just bringing someone to a deal. I can tell you that I'm in touch with this billionaire who literally was offered 70% in a deal just to be on their board, because he can open doors, he can open different opportunities and connect and introduce to different contacts that he have. Is it worth it? Depends. In the end of the day, it all depends on what you believe you can do on your own. In the end of the day, 100% of nothing is still nothing. So if you're gonna achieve nothing on your own, it's much better that you go and find someone to learn from, to pay them, or give them as much equity as needed to close the deal. Especially in your first deal, you want to learn the process. You want to see the full process A to Z and understand how it looks like. And the more help and support you can get to get there, because after your first deal, you'll see everything is gonna be much easier. Because you have the momentum, you've seen there, you've been there, you've done that, and then it's just a matter of continuing the momentum. Eventually, if you decided to pay with just equity, your board members are going to be compensated either on a regular basis if the cash flow allow it after you did your acquisitions, or on a regular basis with other compensations like dividends if you decide to issue, or whatever the deal allows. If you want to fully understand how that works, go and search some of the biggest public companies out there. They all have to have a board on there. And you see sometimes some big names on those boards. But I can tell you, I know people on some large companies' boards. Some of them are taking like 6 figures a year in income just for being on their board. And sometimes just meeting, have one quarterly meeting. And they're taking like 6 figures, sometimes monthly, if those are large companies. So you need to understand from your end on if and how much you can sell that idea that you'll eventually become a billion-dollar company. And even if you sell that idea and you bring the board members, how much can you actually execute on your dream? Because if you're not going to execute on your dream, your board member is going to be disappointed very fast. If you convince me to be on your board and within 2, 3, 4 months, 6 months, you have nothing to show for, I'm not going to waste time on you. So in the end of the day, and I'm not trying to discourage you, I'm just trying to show you how that works, how the real world works. you're, especially in this world of mergers and acquisition, this is a brutal world, guys. You want to have it easy, go and open a lemonade stand in a corner. You want to make big money and play with the big guys, you gotta be willing to play hard and literally play like a superstar, like a professional athlete. So now that you understand how to deal with board members, you're probably asking, how do I make money? And I get a lot of questions and people ask me, how do I make $1 million in business acquisitions? Which is exactly why I created this video. So go and watch this next, and I'll see you in that video in a bit.